my god guys, Apple finally released something new on the Newsroom page. Is it the new iPads, you may ask? No, it isn't. They're still not here somehow, but we have an announcement that's just as exciting as new iPads, and that's WWDC 2024, which is taking place on June 10. Now that's kind of surprising considering it usually happens during the first week of June, but regardless, I'm sure many are excited, and whilst there could be hardware announcements, the one thing we are very sure we're getting is iOS 18, so today let's delve into everything that's been leaked regarding the next version of iOS, because there are some big changes in store. I won't delve into every minute thing we've heard about, by the way, because I don't want to be here all day, but the focus of iOS 18 seems to be AI. Yes, even Apple's jumping on the AI bandwagon, and this has been hinted in the marketing of WWDC 2024 because they described the event as absolutely incredible, with the A and I being capitalized. And so if you put the A and I together, boom, it spells AI. Apple thinks they're being cheeky, but it doesn't take a genius to work that out. However, I will be honest, I never actually thought Apple was going to use the AI term because it's beneath them, and I was under the assumption they'd come up with a special term like neural magic or something along those lines. But no, Apple is embracing AI with open arms like every other company. They've already slowly started mentioning AI in the marketing pages for their products, like the recently announced MacBook Air. Apparently that's the best laptop for AI. Wow. So clearly they're eager to jump on the AI hype train as well. You know what hype train you should be jumping on though? The Surround by hype train, of course. Choo choo. Okay, that was a very horrible segue, but I would appreciate a sub to the channel. It would also bring you the latest commentary about the world of Apple right to your subscription box, so please consider it. The button is below. We're trying to hit our next milestone of 16,000 subscribers, so join the Surround by gang now. Anyways, it is safe to say Apple is a little behind when it comes to AI, since Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and most importantly OpenAI have already made large strides in this aspect, and so as a result Tim thought, hey, if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. Literally, because Apple's gonna be cheating their way into the AI master race and partnering up with another company instead for these new AI features. Apparently they've been in talks with Google, OpenAI, and Baidu, and so I'm assuming either OpenAI or Google's gonna help with the AI features offered to the US and most of the world, whereas Baidu's going to be the one powering the features in China because they require generative AI models to receive local regulatory approval, and Baidu's Errr chatbot apparently only has that approval. Gemini and ChatGPT are not available in the country. I do wonder how they're going to brand this though. Will they mention they're partnering up with another company, or are they just going to pay them to use their tech but of course slap their own fancy branding on it? We'll have to wait and see, but I definitely don't see Apple leeching off others in the long term. This is definitely a temporary measure till they can catch up, and we have heard Apple spending more than $1 billion per year on AI research and the hardware needed to run large language models. Apple was also building AI servers last year and are building some right now this year, so I expect a few of iOS 18's upgrades to run off Apple's servers natively, but for more complex work they might have to use Gemini or ChatGPT instead. So what's Apple gonna be doing with all this AI magic, you may ask? Well, apparently there won't be any sort of chatbot feature with iOS. It's instead going to be used to enhance their native applications. In Apple Music, for example, Apple could offer auto-generated Apple Music playlists, which would be very cool, and apps like Pages and Keynotes could offer AI-assisted writing and slide deck creation. Apple's also working on a new version of Xcode that's going to include an AI tool for predicting and finishing blocks of code, allowing developers to streamline the app creation process. But of course, the big upgrade AI is going to bring is making Siri great again. Though, to be fair, you could argue Siri was never great. It's been neglected for years, and so as a result, it's incompetent compared to other assistants on the market, and so Siri desperately needs an AI makeover. One leaker has suggested that Apple's planning to use large language models to entirely revamp Siri and turn it into the ultimate virtual assistant. And in case you're wondering what large language models mean, they are the driving force behind ChatGPT. They incorporate huge amounts of data and then use algorithms to generate content based on that info. So this kind of power in the hands of Siri sounds very exciting. I can finally set that alarm Siri forgot to make me, yay! Rumors also say that Siri will have better natural conversation capabilities and improved user personalization. Mr. Gurman additionally highlighted that one of the specific features Apple's developing is improved interaction between Siri and the Messages app, so as a result, Siri should now be able to autocomplete sentences more effectively and answer complex questions. Siri is also gaining deeper integration with the Shortcuts app on the iPhone, with users being able to automate complex shortcuts. So for example, you might be able to take a series of 5 photos, turn them into a GIF, and then send the resulting GIF to someone, all with one command, which sounds quite exciting. And if this works well as expected, then yes, it's going to make the Shortcuts app that much better, and to be honest, it's already pretty underrated in general, so it's nice to see it getting some love with iOS 18. It's also reported that some of the cutting-edge AI features that Apple implements may be limited to the iPhone 16 models with their more powerful chips, and that's not too surprising. For one, leaks have been suggesting the new iPhones won't have radical changes, they're getting slightly bigger, there's some new buttons, that's about it. And so I can totally see them leaning into the AI concept to sell these. I mean, that's what every OEM is doing nowadays. I'm looking at you, Google and Samsung. This also explains why the base iPhone is no longer using an older chipset like the iPhone 14 and 15 did. The 16 is likely getting the regular A18, whilst the Pro is getting the A18 Pro chipset. We've already heard about major neural engine upgrades with significantly more cores, so all iPhone 16 models should support Apple's full range of AI features, which is great news. Now, Apple is said to be debating whether these AI features should be processed on device or via the clouds. The on-device approach definitely would be more secure, and Apple would love to flex that in the marketing because they always love to mention how secure the iPhone is, but it would likely limit a lot of the AI features to the newest iPhones that have more computing power. I guess Apple could have a hybrid approach, with some functionality in the cloud and more sensitive data being handled only on device to give us the best of both worlds. The next major upgrade to expect is a design overhaul, which I know many have been begging for, considering iOS has largely stayed the same since iOS 7. Now, unfortunately, everyone has been super vague on the design changes. Gurman just says it should be a big update. Well, thanks Gurman for the groundbreaking news, I really appreciate it, but some are suggesting iOS is going to take design cues from visionOS, which would be pretty nice. However, the most exciting design update we've heard about is a more customizable home screen. Apparently Apple plans to give us more control over how the app icons are arranged. So yes, 17 long years later, we finally get the option to create blank spaces, rows and columns between app icons. Clearly, this could only be achieved with the power of AI. Jokes aside, I'm glad Apple is letting us personalize our phones, though I'll be honest guys, I haven't changed my home screen in years because I'm too lazy to change it, and I likely won't change it once iOS 18 releases. Finally, the one confirmed feature we can expect is RCS support, which Apple has already said is coming later this year. Now, of course, RCS will make iPhone to Android conversations much better in a number of ways. Sending photos and videos to Android users from an iPhone will no longer result in errors, group chats are going to be better, and features like cross-platform emoji reactions, read receipts, and real-time typing indicators are also going to be added. Though I will be honest guys, I think only America cares about this because the rest of the world uses other messaging platforms. I've had an iPhone for years, but I still only use WhatsApp to message family and friends, and that's always been the case in the UK. So yes, America, move to other messaging platforms already. Stop using the default messaging app on your iPhone. Now, it's very exciting. Apple's giving us these AI upgrades, a home screen redesign, and RCS support with iOS 18. But I'm sure there's some of us who just want iOS to be stable. Thankfully, there are reports that execs at the company are still making sure the new additions work as expected without any issues, and Apple last November did pause all work on iOS 18 in order to spend a week cleaning up bugs, so here's hoping iOS 18 is gonna be pretty stable from the get-go. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and thank you for watching.